Hi, and I just want to ask you today that do you have any urgency while you have to, while you have to urinate, or do you think that you have little leakage of urine while you are coughing or you sneezing? Do you feel that when you are doing some heavy activity like lifting weight or something, you feel that there is no control and you lose out your urine involuntarily? So if it is so, stay tuned for all your worries, all your doubts, because I'm here to make you understand what exactly is urinary incontinence and how physiotherapy plays an important role in managing urinary incontinence. Hi, I'm Dr. Apurva Kadam from Joints and Motions, and today we'll be reviewing about what exactly is urinary incontinence, what are the symptoms of urinary incontinence, what are the risk factors, are you really prone to developing urinary incontinence, why exactly it happens, what is the medical management, how it can help you, and how physiotherapy plays a very important role in managing urinary incontinence. Okay, so first of all, what is urinary incontinence? Urinary incontinence is a broad term. There are different types. It basically means that you have sudden involuntary means that you do not have control on your passage of urine, and you suddenly lose some amount of urine, or you can lose entire volume of urine which is present. Okay, so that is urinary incontinence. So it can be different types. Moreover, we will be discussing today about stress urinary incontinence and urgency urinary incontinence or mixed urinary incontinence. Okay, so stress urinary incontinence basically happens when you have sneezing. When you're sneezing, you're coughing, you are laughing, and then you suddenly feel, oh my god, I have just dribbled some amount of urine. So that is stress incontinence. Urgency incontinence is when you understand that you have to void your urine, you have to pass your urine, but it is so difficult in the times of urgency that you may leak some amount of urine. So even before you reach your bathroom or something, you may lose some amount of urine. That is urgency in urinary incontinence. Okay, and mixed is a combination of both of these. Okay, so why this happens can be because of several reasons. There can be some neurological reasons, there can be some muscular reasons, like your muscles, your urethral muscles or your vaginal muscles may be weak, and that is the reason you may lose some amount of urine. Okay, or there can be neurological factors also, like there is excessive firing of your urethra and your bladder probably, so you might be losing out some urine. Okay, so whatever the causative factors may be, the main thing what we need to understand is what are the risk factors. Okay, are you really prone for developing urinary incontinence? So risk factors can be, one of the factors can be age. So as you progress, as you grow elder, there may be times where your as you advance with your age, all the muscles go into degeneration, all our muscles go into some amount of weakness. So this is likewise same for our vaginal muscles, our urethral muscles, everything down there. So all these muscles also go into weakness. So that can be one of the main factors, that progressive age, with increase in age, your muscles may go into weakness and you may have some amount of dribbling of urine or incontinence. Second can be for females, it is the number of childbirths. Okay, so especially with vaginal deliveries, there is a chance that the muscles, because you are you have a baby coming out, those muscles are overstretched, and after getting overstretched, if you are not working on maintaining and improving the strength, and you go on with the second pregnancy. Okay, so that can be one of the main reasons that you may have urinary incontinence. So the if you have normal delivery, that is vaginal delivery, or if you have number of childbirths is more, then you may have urinary incontinence issue. So of course, female athletes, they have been told that if female athletes, especially with high intensity activities, suppose you're in jumping or high intensity different activities, cyclists, all those people may have these problems, because they may be more prone for developing urinary incontinence. Mainly one thing is that if you are dealing with menopause, if you are in a stage of menopause right now, post menopause also, it has been a risk factor that post menopause there are several females who are dealing with such kind of incontinence. If you have constipation or if you have infection, so that may be also one of the factors. So constipation में क्या होता है, you are trying to evacuate your bowel properly. If you have evacuate your, you know, trying to clear out your motions, you're putting a lot of pressure, and usme your muscles may go into weakness, and that is one of the reasons that because there is muscle weakness, pelvic floor muscle weakness, your they are not able to hold the urine properly, and you may have incontinence with that also. So mainly it has been said that urinary incontinence is one of the major problems, because many of the females, like almost every fifth or every sixth female is supposed to be dealing with such kind of urinary incontinence issues. But in India especially, that there is such a problematic scenario, because it is a very sensitive topic. So if you tell somebody that you're dealing with such issue, they'll be like, oh my god, they'll make a taboo out of it, and they will make sure that you do not visit your gynecologist, or you do not tell your family and friends about it. So इसमें क्या होता है, because of that shame factor, many people do not visit, and many people do not undergo any form of treatment for this problem. And especially in if you are not aware that this is not a normal thing, इसमें क्या होता है कि एवरीबडी सेज कि अरे प्रेगनेंसी के बाद तो थोड़ा ये होता ही है, डिलीवरी के बाद अभी बच्चा हो गया तो थोड़ा सा ये नॉर्मल है. ये नॉर्मल नहीं है. लूजिंग योर यूरिन व्हेन यू आर स्नीजिंग, कॉफिंग, व्हेन यू आर डूइंग सम सर्टेन एक्टिविटीज इज नॉट नॉर्मल. So normalizing that is not okay. Okay, you need to see your physiotherapist, or you need to see your gynecologist for the same, because if you do not take this into control, there can be a lot of issues. There can be prolapse, and जो बोलते हैं ना कि अंदर की चीज़ें बाहर आती है वो एरिया से, उसको बोलते हैं prolapse and all. So all that things can happen later on in your life if you're not dealing with this properly at this stage of point. Okay, so normalizing that थोड़ा अरे यूरिन जाता है, थोड़ा कफ करती हूँ, स्नीज करती हूँ तो होता है, वो नॉर्मल नहीं है. Please understand that the fact that it is a medical problem and you need to seek therapy, you need to seek treatment for the same. Okay, so because of shame, it has been told that approximately 25 to 30% of the population who suffer from this problem do not take therapy, or they do not take treatment. Even if they are taking treatment, they consider this कि ये ठीक है, ये तो normal है, and they usually discontinue with the treatment. So this is a proven fact. Okay, it's not just something that I'm making up. It is a proven fact that so many people undergo this problem and they still do not take therapy for the same. So it affects our quality of life. So many young athletes, they may be suffering from this problem, but what happens, because of the shame, because of that issue, they usually try to avoid that problem. So usually अगर उनको jumping में अगर problem है, तो jumping में अगर वो issues है, तो they usually stop the jumping activity, and वो jumping activity या कोई भी physical activity वो avoid करते हैं. Physical activity avoid करने की वजह से you are more prone to develop obesity, and again obesity is one of the risk factors for again developing urinary incontinence. So you understand, it's a vicious cycle that you are not doing physical activity because of incontinence issue, then you put on weight, and then you again have this issue which is coming up and which is increasing. Okay, so these are mainly the risk factors, and this is mainly the problem which women face who have urinary incontinence issue. So usually 1 of 3 female, they do not take any treatment for the same, and it's such a sad scenario that it is still happening in developed countries also. So in Australia, US also it is happening. So you have to make people, if you know somebody around you that is suffering from this problem, please make them understand that we need to seek therapy, or we need to seek medical treatment for the same. So coming to the therapy part, what physiotherapy does and how it will be helpful. Okay, so when you visit your physiotherapist, what do what can you expect? We can expect that you will have to undergo examination. It can be a core vaginal examination where we will understand how is your area, how is your pelvic floor muscles. We need to understand how is your strength. Okay, so a digital ultrasound can be used for checking your strength of the muscles, of your pelvic floor muscles, and what exactly is the problem we'll be able to find out. सो इन फिजियोथेरेपी योर फिजियोथेरेपिस्ट विल ऑल्सो टेल यू कि एक एक्सीडेंट डायरी होता है, वो आपको एक मेंटेन करना है. सो उसमें क्या होता है, यू विल हैव टू टेल योर मेक अ डायरी, मेक अ नोट ऑफ व्हाट ऑल इज द प्रॉब्लम. सो आपका फ्रीक्वेंसी कितना है, हाउ मेनी टाइम्स, द नंबर ऑफ टाइम्स यू हैव टू पी थ्रू आउट द डे. You have to keep a check on the amount of fluid intake and the amount of fluid which is going out. Okay, so कितना amount आप ले रहे हो, कितना जा रहा है, उस पर आपको देखना है, वो आपको चेक करना है. आपको कितनी बार आप वॉशरूम यूज़ कर रहे हो, कितनी बार आप वॉइड कर रहे हो यूरिन, वो आपको चेक करना है. thirdly we have to check the number of incontinence episodes. So अगर आप थ्रू आउट द डे अगर है कि आप वॉशरूम जा रहे हो, पूरा फ्लूइड इनटेक ले रहे हो, पर कितनी बारी आपका यूरिन इनवॉलंटरी लॉस हो रहा है, वो आपको चेक करना है, वो आपको नोट डाउन करना है. एंड देन अगर पॉसिबल है तो आपको क्या करना है, एक यूजुअली वी टेल द पेशेंट्स टू अंडरगो अ पैड टेस्ट और अ कॉटन स्वैब टेस्ट. सो यू कैन कीप अ प्री वेटेड कॉटन और प्री वेटेड पैड्स हम यूज़ करते हैं. एंड उसमें आपको कितना अमाउंट वॉइड हुआ है, वो पैड का वेट पहले चेक करते हैं थ्रू आउट द डे, या 6 आवर्स के बाद हम लोग वापस वो चेक करते हैं कि कितना अमाउंट ऑफ यूरिन लॉस हुआ है डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द वेट ऑफ द पैड. वो हम लोग चेक करके हम लोग को समझता है कि कितना अमाउंट ऑफ यूरिन एक्चुअली वॉइड हो रहा है. कोई केसेस में ऐसे है कि इनवॉलंटरी होता है, पता भी नहीं चलता है कि यूरिनरी लॉस हुआ है. सो उसमें हम लोग ये पैड टेस्ट बहुत हेल्पफुल होता है. सो अंडरस्टैंड कि कितना वॉल्यूम ऑफ यूरिन जा रहा है. ओके, सो दिस इज अ डायरी और दिस इज व्हाट यू नीड टू डू एज अ पेशेंट फ्रॉम योर एंड, कि आपको नंबर ऑफ टाइम्स यू हैव यूरिनेटेड, नंबर ऑफ टाइम्स you have involuntarily passed your urine depending upon the pad test what we told, and depending कितना amount है, कितना volume है, what is your fluid intake and output, कितनी बार आप वॉशरूम जा रहे हो, ये सारी चीज़ें आपको कंट्रोल में चेक करके रखना है. सो उसमें हम लोग को आपको प्रोग्रेस दिखेगा. सो दिस इज हाउ वी मेजर योर प्रोग्रेस. ओके, सो फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ वी स्टार्ट सम सेट ऑफ एक्सरसाइजेस, इफ वी स्टार्ट थेरेपी ऑन डे 1 एंड देन थ्रू आउट द डे, अगर आप 7 डेज अगर आप ये करते हो, देन हम लोग को पता चलेगा कि फॉर एग्जाम्पल डे 1 में आपको 3 या 4 टाइम्स यूरिन वॉइड हो रही थी, बट अभी डे 7 पे आपको 1 ही या 2 बार ही हो रहा है. सो दैट मीन्स दैट इज अ प्रोग्रेस. ओके, सो दिस is how we measure the progress. Now coming to what exactly happens in therapy. Okay, so therapy is not something which is generalized to everybody. Therapy will depend upon the type of incontinence you are having, the amount of muscle weakness which is currently present, and what all we can do from our end. Okay, so generally just giving you an overview of what happens in physiotherapy is that we use different techniques. So one we use is a very important techniques which is considered to be the first line of management in incontinence patient, along with medical management, is pelvic floor muscle strengthening. So pelvic floor muscles are all the muscles which will help in controlling your voiding, your urine passage of urine and also your stool passage. So those जो muscles ये पास करने में हेल्प करते हैं, जिसका कंट्रोल की वजह से वी आर एबल टू पास आर यूरिन वॉलंटरली, आर जनरली स्पीकिंग इन जनरल टर्म्स आर आर pelvic floor muscles. Okay, so we are mainly focusing, physiotherapy will mainly focus on strengthening of the pelvic floor muscles. Okay, so this is one thing. उसमें secondly we can use this is just little debatable topic whether electrical stimulation, अभी everybody is usually aware कि currents देते हैं physiotherapy में. So electrical stimulation is also one of the parts, still debatable, but yeah, still given in urinary incontinence cases. So electrical stimulation can be given for patients who have incontinence issues. Okay, rest then ये हो गया starting का part. Then once you प्रोग्रेस ना, अभी बहुत जन में ये डाउट होता है कि अरे हम लोग को कैसे समझेगा कि हम लोग वो मसल्स, वो दोज मसल्स है वेरी टाइनी मसल्स, ये अगर जैसे मैं एल्बो मूवमेंट कर रही हूँ, मुझे दिख रहा है कि मैं एल्बो मूवमेंट कर रही हूँ, पर अगर हम पेल्विक फ्लोर मसल्स का कॉन्ट्रैक्शन कर रहे हैं तो मैनी पीपल आर नॉट एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट पार्ट ऑफ कॉन्ट्रैक्शन, हाउ वी आर एबल टू कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. आपको भी डाउट रहेगा कि अरे करना है पर कैसे करना है. So we give you a biofeedback technique. Okay, so we can use computers. There are certain apps which are available for making you understand about, if you are doing a contraction, your computer or your screen will tell you, yes, this is the amount of contraction, this is the amount of pressure what you have used for doing the contraction. There are certain apps which are available for doing so. This is basically called as the biofeedback method. We can also use mirror therapy. So if a mirror is placed and then you are asked to do muscle contraction करने पे आपको समझेगा कि कितना अमाउंट ऑफ कॉन्ट्रैक्शन आप कर रहे हो. थोड़े डिफरेंट प्रेशर टेक्निक्स भी होते हैं जिसमें आप कितना अमाउंट ऑफ प्रेशर आपका मसल लगा पा रहा है वो हम लोग को समझता है. सो दीज आर ऑल different biofeedback techniques which we use for making the patient understand about the amount of contraction the patient is able to do. Okay, also different vaginal cones होते हैं. So there are certain cone shaped structures which later आपको जैसे आपका एक बार आपका ये हो गया मसल कॉन्ट्रैक्शन, आपको समझ गया, आपका बेसिक स्ट्रेंथनिंग होने के बाद वी प्रोग्रेस विद there are certain conical structures which you should be able to hold in your pelvic floor with the help of your pelvic floor muscles. Okay, so these are all the different kind of techniques which we use with physiotherapy. Rest all, it is very important कि nothing will progress in your life if you're not following a healthy lifestyle. Okay, so basic things you must be tired of everybody telling you, but these are basic necessity that you need to check your weight. You need to keep your weight in check. Okay, obese individuals are more prone for developing this urinary incontinence issues. Secondly, you need to quit smoking. Smoking is one of the hazardous thing that it has a deadly effect on everything else in your life, and also it has an effect on your incontinence issue. Thirdly, you have to check your keep your diet under control, because constipation is one of the factors which may aggravate your urinary incontinence issues. So if you are not having high fiber diet, or if you're not having a good nutritious diet, if you're just binging on pizzas and burgers, that is not going to give you any nutrition. In fact, it is going to add up to your constipation issues, and it is going to increase your urinary incontinence issues. So this is one of the main important things, that diet, exercise, your nutrition, keep your weight in check, quit smoking, and you have to also avoid some fizzy drinks. You have to avoid caffeine, artificial sweeteners. So all these factors play a very important role in managing your urinary incontinence issues, along with physiotherapy and medical management. Also, one thing that we need to keep a check is the form of exercises and the type of exercises what you do. Okay, so once you are thorough with your pelvic floor management, how are you going to strengthen your muscles, we'll be also training you with your core techniques. Okay, so with better core strengthening, you will be able to develop better control. So I hope that you guys have understood about what is urinary incontinence, and mainly why it happens, why urinary incontinence is not normal. Okay, so I'm again just winding up this session by telling you that urinary incontinence, leakage of urine, you losing urine while you're sneezing, while you're coughing, you're laughing, is not normal. You feeling very urgent, very the need of urgency while you need to pee is not normal. Okay, you need to frequently go to urinate is not normal. Okay, so all these things are not normal. If anybody tells you that अरे pregnancy के बाद थोड़ा ये problems होता है, ये ठीक है, ये ठीक नहीं है, so this is very important कि urinary incontinence is not normal. You need to seek a help of your physiotherapist or your gynecologist to understand what is the main cause in your thing, in your what is the main problem. You have to undergo physiotherapy, you have to undergo pelvic floor muscle strengthening, you have to undergo core strengthening, and you have to do it on a continuous basis. Okay, and it is not something कि आप 2 दिन कर लो, 3 दिन कर लो, ये ठीक हो जाएगा. This will require time. This will at least assume that you will require 3 months of continuous strengthening and continuous lifestyle change to be normal. Okay, to get to near normal. Also, last but not the least, lifestyle is very important. You cannot expect that कि I'm doing this thing, but you're smoking, you are drinking, your weight is not in check, you're not you're taking the right kind of foods, and you're just binge eating and all, so that will not help. So pelvic floor muscle strengthening, physiotherapy, medical management and lifestyle change will help you to manage your urinary incontinence. Okay, so if you need to understand what exactly we do in pelvic floor management, pelvic floor strengthening, you can get in touch with us. We are located in Hiranandani Estate, Thane, and also if you you can join with us on a conference call or an online consultation, and we will help you to understand what is the main problem in your case and how we can go forward with it. Okay, so just ending the session telling that make sure you visit your therapist, make sure you visit your gynecologist, because involuntarily just losing your urine while you're sneezing, coughing is absolutely not normal, no matter who is telling you that.